We've got breaking news in this last hour. Ratings for the NFL's Sunday night football game between the Oakland Raiders and the Washington Redskins flat year over year, meaning same number pretty much from last year's Week 3 Sunday night matchup. Not a drop like some of the earlier games this past Sunday, but can the lower ratings overall be attributed to player and team protests during the national anthem that rocked all of Sunday's games? Or just changing metrics and changing the way that people view things, whether it's online or on their phones? And if so, how much of an impact will these protests have on the league going ahead? We asked former New England Patriots owner and former NFL Labor Committee Chairman Charles Sullivan in a Fox Business exclusive. Great to have you. You're a former owner. If you owned today, what would you do? The president said if any player took a knee, fire the, quote, SOBs. Would you?
Our family would not do that, no.
Why not?
We feel that there was a giant disconnect here, and a giant disconnect on the part of the president, a disconnect on the part of the players. And when he made that statement, he didn't realize what an impact that would have, and the players also didn't realize what they were doing would also have a negative impact. So there were two giant disconnects, and as I think I had mentioned, my background is my late father, whose name was Billy Sullivan. He and his colleagues
other team owners that developed the American Football League, Paul Brown, Joe Robbie, Ralph Wilson, they were all Navy men. Our commissioner, Joe Foss, won the Congressional Medal of Honor. And you served as an infantry captain.
I served as an infantry.
In Vietnam.
I did.
So you're standing up for the players, I assume, can I guess, because it's freedom of speech and that the things you fought for were the Constitution?
Well, I think that as I said, there's a disconnect because the players, instead of expressing solidarity among themselves, it would be my hope that they'd express solidarity with the soldiers who made it possible to have the wonderful nation that we have. The soldiers who died, the soldiers who were hurt, the soldiers who are currently serving.
I completely agree. It seems misdirected. However, this is what, and it began with Colin Kaepernick, this is what he thought might get attention to what he felt were really divisive race relations right now in this country. So it would have spread anyway, I think. It kind of had, but did President Trump throw some gasoline on the fire by simply saying these guys should be fired? And then adding to it, oh, the refs are ruining the game by giving penalties for hard hits. You know, we've evolved and figured out that there's some really bad concussion numbers coming out of the NFL now, and would we not be remiss if the league didn't fix something on that regard?
I think that I know that the commissioner is focused very much on this issue. The commissioner and our wonderful league office is focused on that issue, and but I do think that the president did throw gasoline on the fire, and it caused this reaction with the players, which was unnecessary, because what we're trying to do is the national anthem. What that stands for is devotion to the nation, devotion to the soldiers who've served, who've given their lives, and the soldiers who are continuing to serve now.
Although here we are, a business network.
Right.
The NFL is a business.
Yes.
No ifs, ands, or buts. You ran a team. You know how expensive it is, and you know how much revenue needs to come in.
Right.
Ratings are down. And the earlier games yesterday, where a lot of this was happening, whether it was the Steelers or the Giants, even with their owners standing with them, the ratings were down year over year. At what point do the owners turn around and say, okay, we understand where you're coming from, but this can't be the place? People don't want a side order of politics with their entertainment here.
Right. No, people do not. And the appropriate place to protest is to run for office or join the social media do those kinds of things. The appropriate place to protest is not during the national anthem of a nationally televised game for the fans who are looking forward to seeing the football.
One last thing. We've not heard from a single sponsor raising concern or pulling their advertising from the NFL games. Do you expect eventually they will?
I don't think so, because ultimately this problem will be solved. I mean, ultimately the players will realize, once they do realize, that the national anthem is something that's a source of recognition to what soldiers have done for them, for all of us. And once they come to that realization, I believe this problem will be solved.
Well, the country has a pretty rich tradition of athletes taking political stands, everyone from Muhammad Ali to Jesse Owens to Marty Glickman throughout the years. So, you know, it shouldn't be a surprise to people. It's just en masse and pretty dramatic in this day and age. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your great show, which I follow all the time. I appreciate it.
Oh, that's nice. and you know, my husband's a Patriots fan, but I'm a Cleveland Browns fan.
Okay.
Come on, give me some Browns love.
Oh, okay. Well, I think
he can't even. Do you hear him? Nobody can, except me and my Browns peeps.
I think the Browns are doing a great job of trying to write the ship.
0-3, yeah. Great job. Great to see you.
Okay, good to see you.
Sullivan.
Thank you.
And he runs Premier Event Management now.